So you might remember last week we shared a story that got us talking a whole lot here in the studio in the newsroom, and we wanted to dig a bit deeper into it.
Yeah, so it was all about the shocking number of all-cash offers in the D.C. real estate market. Shocking to us. D.C. Urban Turf reports that 1/4 of the homes bought in D.C. are paid for in all cash. The percentages are even higher in certain neighborhoods that you see right there on your screen. So this is the first 4 months of 2026. Here to talk about what that means for buyers and sellers is Rocky Bowers. He's a realtor and president of the Bowers Group. So Rocky, I guess the question is, why do you think this is happening and how long? Because we were talking earlier and you were saying it's been going on for a little bit of time.
Yeah, it has. So we've been seeing it probably more so as the interest rates have been going up. A lot of people are taking the certainty of, if they take, let's say they have $1 million, if they take that $1 million and put it in at a 6 or 7% interest rate, it's guaranteed money versus risking the volatility of the market. Yeah. So a lot of people that have the cash are buying real estate with it and using, going in all cash. We didn't see it quite as much when the interest rates were in the 2s, 3s, and a lot lower because money was so cheap that people were financing more because it made more sense. They could take their additional cash and get more money in the market. So we've probably been seeing it in the past 2 to 3 years as interest rates have been going up, although it's always been there. There's always been cash buyers, just not at this rate.
Yeah. Who are these cash buyers? You were saying they're coming from New York, California, where things are even more expensive.
Yeah, great question. So there's a lot of moved down buyers where a lot of people have a $2-3 million home in this area and they're selling that house. They may have $1 million, $2 million, or all of it in equity. And they're taking some of that equity and they're buying another house and paying cash for it. You're seeing a lot of out-of-state buyers, like you mentioned, people coming from New York or California or just much higher price point markets coming here, buying something that's less expensive to them and taking the equity that they had in their previous market here. Those are probably two of the more traditional ones that we're seeing, but there's lots of investors that have a lot of cash out there. There's certainly other types of, everyone has a different story where someone could be heavily compensated in stock and they're, a lot of the stock market's doing great. A lot of companies are doing great where their stock's worth a lot more than it used to be. There's just a lot of different scenarios we are seeing.
A question for you, Rocky. So let's just say you're like a young couple here in D.C. who has an apartment in Clarendon or Silver Spring, and you want to buy your first home, and you just don't have the cash like these folks. What do you do when you want to buy that house in D.C. and you're competing against people who have all cash?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, working with the right people is always going to help. Working with the right realtor, with the right lender, that's going to help. You want to get fully underwritten in the sense that if you're really what cash is certainty. That's really all it is. At the end of the day, it's a wire. So whether you have a wire come from a bank or a wire come from your checking account, that's all it is. So if you can make your wire come from the bank look like the same as a wire coming from your checking account, the same certainty, that's what you want to do. So you want to be prepared. You want to be have strong lender's letters. You want to have strong realtor advocating for you, advocating about your strong financial position, whatever it may be. You want to highlight your strengths. So you want to get yourself in the best position and then highlight whatever strengths you may have.
Do you suggest, I remember years ago we lost out on a house. It was a condo actually in Rockville. We bid like $412 and somebody beat us at $412 cash, and that was way more than we could afford probably at the time. But we wrote like one of those plea letters things. Do you ever suggest that where it's, it's our first
home. We
please,
love it here.
Is that something you ever do or suggest, or is it more about the realtor to realtor relationship?
It's a great question. So we get that question a lot, where should I write a letter? I tell people, go ahead and write it if it makes you feel better. Most of those letters they never get read. There's all kinds of different fair housing laws and things that go into it. So a lot of it never even takes place. A lot of times if you're the listing agent and their offer happened to be $50,000 higher and that's actually why they won, you always be like, oh, the seller loved the letter, that's why they're giving it to you. It wasn't.
Spend your money.
Is it nice to do and does it work sometimes? Yeah, but it's usually a unique situation if they're incredibly emotionally tied to the house or have lived there for 60, 70 years, something like that, or had their first kid there, so whatever it could be. If there's that scenario, sure, it might help a little bit, but I mean, nothing talks louder than dollars and cents, and that's usually what it is.
Especially there's real dollars.
Yeah.
All right, Rocky Bowers, president of the Bowers Group. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Explaining this more to us here.
We just need the right people on our team.